Desi.com.au, the ultimate Australian website for all the Bollywood entertainment, news and info. Why look anywhere else when you can find it all at Desi.com.au?
Hi friends, welcome to Desi TV. Today we have the pleasure of Dr. Zeus and Shorty's company. They're here to chat with us briefly about their careers so far and how they feel about UK, Punjabi, Bhangra music. Thank you for joining us. It's such a pleasure to have you both here.
Thank you, it's a pleasure to be here.
So Dr. Zeus, we'll start with you. Perhaps you can tell us how you got around to being called Dr. Zeus. You've done a PhD in something.
Dr. Zeus is a long story. To cut it all short, at school we used to play football and I used to get all my friends, we all used to make fancy names and stuff. My real name's Baljit Singh, but at school I used to like to be called Zeus, and the name Zeus just stuck by me, and the doctor was just there to impress my parents, you know.
The Greek god Zeus?
Yeah, the Greek god Zeus, and Zeus was the king of Greek gods. And I, when I was younger, I used to say I'm the king of all DJs and production, you know.
And they call you that even today, the king of, the god of DJs.
Yeah, it's kind of stuck by me. I wouldn't say I'm quite a god, far from it. Papi bande appa.
No, but I think your albums have done quite well and they're very popular. Yeah. Shorty, hi, how are you doing?
Good, thanks. I'm good. Good.
So you do a lot of rapping on Dr. Zeus's albums, and the two of you have partnered in a lot of albums together. How does it feel? How has the career been so far? How's the experience been so far?
Well, it's been real good. Well, we're still here after 10 years? 10 years, something like that. We're still working together, still bringing them hits, so it's been good.
And how did it come about? How did the two of you start to work? Or how did you meet each other? Did you just bump into each other at a studio and say, oh, you know what?
Quite, almost. I actually worked with his cousin. And he heard me rap and said, oh, my cousin does producing work. And he said, you two should get together. So we actually met up and we've been together ever since.
We basically clicked from there. I think it was the year 2000. And he came down to the studio, and I really liked what he delivered on my music. It kind of very complemented my sound in a big way, and we've been a team since then. And you would find every one of my major songs has Shorty's voice on there.
Yeah, so definitely.
It's like a signature to a Dr. Zeus track, Shorty's voice.
And I'm sure all your fans are very glad that this partnership has come about. It's created some very great albums and singles.
Yeah, we're very grateful. We feel a lot of love from a lot of people, from all different types of countries. You know, you can go basically wherever there's Punjabi people, we feel a lot of love, and we're really grateful for that. You know, so.
And so your music has crossed a lot of boundaries and a lot of cultures. You've collaborated with a lot of artists across the world. Can you tell us about your experience so far with collaborating with all these artists, and probably your most memorable collaboration so far?
My most memorable collaboration, I think it would have to be, we did a collaboration not so long ago with a girl called Yana Gupta, a song called Aag Ka Darya. And I think it's the memories more about the video shoot that we did.
It was good. It was a gelling of different cultures, different people, different feel. You know, because we had Ravindra, who sung on there with the deep Hindi vocals. Yeah. You know, and you had Yana on top with the mellow.
Yeah, with the Eastern European vibe, and then you had Shorty delivering the hip hop, and and the whole beat was hip hop. So it was a collaboration of. It was a combination, to be more frank. It was a combination of hip hop mixed with Hindi and mixed with a European voice, and it was more experimental for us because we didn't think it would work, because she's a top catwalk model or a ramp model, how they like to call it in India. She charges like 10 lakhs to even feature in a video, and the fact that she did the thing for us for nothing, and we became great friends afterwards, and the experience we had doing the video shoot, I think it was Sajid Nadiawala's brother who shot the video for us, a guy called Mushtaq Nadiawala, And you know, we owe him a lot at the end of the day. He did a lot for us at the time. He made that record work for us. I mean, I think it was, you know, when the video was just edited up and it was put on the internet, I think we had like 80,000 hits in a day.
Wow, that's awesome.
You know, I think that was probably more to do with Yana Gupta.
And I'm sure she was happy to have the opportunity to work with y'all.
He was also featured in the film Four Lions.
Four Lions, in a movie called Four Lions. It was a big British movie. They didn't anticipate it to be as big as it was. It was a movie about, well, it was a piss take of terrorists.
All right, but your single made it in, so that's what matters. So what's your take on breaking into Bollywood? UK Punjabi Bhangra music, do you see it making it into Bollywood big? Do you see yourselves working with?
I think UK Bhangra music has made it to Bollywood. In terms of Zeus and Shorty featuring on a Bollywood track, we've recently gave the Kangana track to a movie called Char Din Ki Chandni. And the movie did exceptionally well in Punjab. I think it was more because the song was the whole movie was advertised on the song Kangana, and the song was quite popular in Punjab. So we're looking to do more work in Bollywood. The only thing is with Bollywood, it requires a lot of commitment. You have to physically be living in Bombay to make things happen. You know, like with Bollywood, they work with, okay, we're going to call Preetham to do the music. If Preetham ain't around, we look for plan B. If plan B ain't around, look for plan C. And
so it's
if we're there on the scene, you know, we can make it on the movies. If we're not, you know, other people will
wait for the opportunity to happen.
Get picked first.
True.
But with ourselves, we had to take a little time out to reform our whole thing. When we came out with Kangana, what we found is that we did set a trend, and music kind of changed towards that way. And what we had to do is to stay on top of it. We had to change ourselves in order to move a notch further, and we've kind of done that with tracks like Jugni Ji, tracks like Barasal, which is probably one of the most popular tracks this year, you know, when it comes to singles.
Definitely. What about your upcoming projects? What can your fans look forward to? More Shorty and Dr. Zeus albums?
Well, there's definitely a Shorty Phantom album coming out this year. It's going to have an element of Desi in there, no doubt. But there's a Shorty Phantom album coming out. There's going to be a Dr. Zeus album coming out. I'm also currently working with artists like Sarjit Chima. There's a chap called Manpreet Sandhu. And then there's Bilal Saeed's album. And then there's Kanika Kapoor's album. And then, there's about 4 or 5 albums. We started the year with a bang. We're definitely going to finish with a bang as well. And we're going to continue.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us a little about your upcoming album?
Well, it's still in the making. We're going to keep it secret. We're going to bash them when we come up.
Okay, so you're going to let it come with a big bang later.
We'll have a few good combinations, collaborations in terms of Shorty featuring or people like top artists, certain singers featuring on the album for Shorty, you know, paying their favour back to Shorty for whatever work he's done with them. It could be anybody, it could be Jazzy B, it could be anybody. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. So that sounds great. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. It was a real pleasure.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Let's go.